Hello again, here we are today. We're going to have a walk down Altham Lane and, well, to tell you the truth, we're going to see where we end up. It's a bit of a flat walk and Dawn's legs are still a bit sore, so we're going to try and keep it a bit flat. So hopefully you'll enjoy what you see.
Yes, so come and join us on our adventures and we'll show you what we see.
I'll give you a shot of Marmot Pendle there, Luke. We'll carry on walking down here. Well, some of you might remember that from his previous videos. We did have a good walk round there, a bit of an explore. It was a bit of a dead woods, that. Everything there did seem a bit unhealthy. But it's rife with that ash dieback, so it probably has something to do with that. We did get a comment saying somebody had seen a few deer in there, but when we were in there we didn't see any signs of out. Oh, I tell a lie, yeah we did. We see a couple of tracks at the other side of the fence. So there's a bit of life in there, but not so much. Well, like I say, we're trying to keep it a bit flat today, so we're just keeping to the road really. On one of his previous walks we did come across an old church down here, and Dawn looked it up and it were built in 1500s. So we're going to go and have a little wander down there and see what we find. So I hope you'll enjoy. We have been in them woods on a previous video too. That were quite interesting, that were nice woods to walk around. There's a few more signs of spring knocking round if you keep your eyes out. I don't know if the camera's picking them up, but there's a few more buds on trees and stuff. It's a cracking day and it seemed a shame to waste it. So, even though Dawn's legs are still a little bit swelled, we just decided to try and take a bit of an easy one. Let's give you a shot at view, look. Well, this is that church. We wandered around on one of his previous videos, but when we looked it up online we thought it was built in 1512. Turns out it was rebuilt in 1512. It was built in 1140. Well, that's absolutely crazy, isn't it? That's like 500 years before Pendle Witches. There she is, look, gorgeous. That's that colliery we wander around in Uncourt, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't even know about that. Well, that graves, well, I assume graves for them are in here, aren't they? You get a bit of a calming atmosphere in graveyards, don't you? I don't know if it's just me, but as soon as you walk into them they seem like a Solomon calming place. There's some very old graves in here. I had a little look around last time. I think we found a few from 1500s, but it was dark and we only had a little 5-10 minute wander about it. Oh, that fell off there, look, that's a shame, innit?
Yeah.
I can't understand how that's fell down. Must be some weight in that. No, these graves are fell over here.
I'm not sure. These look like really old ones too, don't they?
Yeah. Unless it's vandals, I can't see wind pushing them away. I mean, that's like 120 year old, is that? They're the ones that freak me out, the ones with railings around them like that. I did hear a bit of a story where they were supposed to put them round it to, I can't remember if it were to keep spirits in or stop spirits from getting out. I can't remember which, so if anybody knows, we can elaborate a bit more on that. It'd be appreciated if you could leave a comment. Yeah, I got a bit of a weird feeling from that one last time. I still got it this time. It's a strange one, that, isn't it, though?
It is. It's a very creepy one, that, without big railings on it.
You can't see any graves in it, can you? Unless it's one of them ones that's led down. You can't see out, can you?
No. Can't see any markings on it. To say how old it is or anything.
I know it sounds stupid, but I'm sure it has something to do with vampires, iron railings going around graves.
I've heard that rumour.
I know when we went to Chichester, all them bricked up graves that were supposed to keep witches in, weren't they? Where they built like a bit of a brick dome over the top of them.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm getting confused with witches. I'm sure it was something to do with vampires, but I'm not sure. I think there's been a church here for close to 1,000 years.
That's crazy, isn't it?
You have no idea when you're driving past or wandering about, have you? You don't really have time to stop and think about it.
No.
Yeah. 1868, that one, look.
I wonder what oldest grave is in here then.
I'm not sure.
Probably that old that the dates have rubbed off on the stones anyhow.
Yeah. Yeah. These ones are like 1830s. 1824, that one. That's 1753. There's some very old ones. So the thing that's puzzling me in this graveyard is if there'd been a church here since 1100s like, it's only 200 metres by 100 metres. You think it'd be absolutely jam-packed full of graves, wouldn't you? That one's 1747. But it's not these quite wide open spaces. You'd think if they'd been burying people in here for nigh on 1,000 years, it'd be chock-a-block, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Unless it used to extend further into them fields or something like that.
Maybe.
Can't believe it's been here 1,000 years nearly.
Crazy, isn't it?
That predates templars and everything, doesn't it?
They've got them. Well, they're not gargoyles, are they?
No,
I don't know what they call them.
he looks an happy chappy, him there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Makes you wonder which bits are original, if any, because it says it was rebuilt in 1512. They're strange looking sheep, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've not seen sheep that look like that. It's getting two horns, is that one? You know, on both sides. Oh,
Two sets of horns.
yeah. Yeah, I've definitely never seen sheep like that before. It must be a weird breed of them or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Look warm, don't they?
Yeah. They'll be getting ready to get sheared this time of year, won't they?
Yeah. We'll keep walking around in here for you. This one looks an old one here.
1861.
1861. It's the first size piece of stone is that. That's 1811, so it's getting older. But so far we haven't found anything from 1500s.
Does that say 1663?
Yeah, that's 1663, 1680. These must be thousands here, look. I wonder why, look, there's some more push down ones over there, look. There's no way it wind's done that.
No. No, I don't think they have.
I wonder what happens if grave does get damaged or blown over. Like, who's responsible for fixing it?
I know modern graves, if anything happened to family and you're a living relative and you wanted the grave fixing, you'd have to pay for repairs yourself. So maybe it's same for old graves, but maybe none of relatives are alive anymore to pay to get them fixed.
That's it, so it'd be quite hard work to find somebody from a relation from 1700.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be even harder to find one who's going to pay to get a relation from 1700's gravestone fixed, wouldn't it?
It would.
Let's see if this is open.
No.
No, unluckily it's not open, so I can't give you a little shot in there, but we're going to try and get onto that river that you've just seen. That's River Calder. Hopefully have a little walk down there while it's sunny. Well, we just come across a bit of an hole here, but you know what I'm like with holes, but since we're in a graveyard I'll not bother putting camera down there. And potentially they could have been burying bodies in here for nigh on 1,000 years, so I think we'll leave holes being here. They could be anywhere. A lot of gravestones from 1,000 years ago, they'll be indistinguishable now, won't they?
Yeah, they would, wouldn't they? That's a creepy tree.
Look at the size of that tree. I bet that's been there a while.
Looks like it's got a face in it.
Yeah, I see.
You know, looks like it's got a big nose and a mouth there.
It is an old tree, that. Look how thick that is across bottom, look.
It is, isn't it?
Not too sure what that says on there, you can't make it out, can you?
No.
I bet that could have been a way in at one point.
Yeah, maybe.
I wonder if that used to be part of the graveyard, that land there.
I'm not sure.
Church wall that's at end, look, it seems to go along there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't, then it seems to go down there. I bet all that's consecrated ground as well.
Could be.
Right. We'll try and get onto that river for yous. What did you say, Dawn?
I was just trying to look at them little tiny graves there. Because they were very similar to what we thought were a grave when we went on a walk before. They just named, but no dates.
Ah, I get you. Maybe graveyard were full of those at one point. Maybe that's what they used to use 1,000 years ago. Yeah, they're all over here, aren't they?
Yeah, there's loads of them.
Well, there's the wall up from the outside. And you can see it's only a couple 100 metres long. Down to the church, but full graveyard itself's only a couple 100 metres long. So I thought that wall, I thought that might be part of the graveyard. But if you look at construction of that wall, and look at that one, and then you look at these ones, it's not similar, is it?
No,
This looks a
slightly
lot newer.
Yeah, slightly different.
Yeah. So I don't think it is no more.
Oh,
For a church that's been there 1,000 years, it's a very small graveyard.
it is.
Oh, we'll just get a look at that, look. There's a bit of an abandoned building up there, look.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Never seen that before.
No.
Maybe on a later video we might try and reach that. Have a look around there.
Yeah, that would be cool.
How many times we drove past here and we've never seen that.
No, we haven't. It's only a tiny little gap though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good job it's not 5 years ago. Neither of us would have fitted through there, would we?
I've never got this through here before.
Just gives your hand down here, it's quite
Yeah.
steep down here, I've got you. Right, well, we've never been along here, so There's a bit of a bad smell. Look how red that is. I wonder why that's like that. And a bit of a beach. You'd have never guessed there were a beach in Altham, would you?
No.
No way. Cleverest beans on planet.
Yeah.
Don't make sense, does it?
It doesn't.
I'm not sure what's causing that.
Looks like it's coming up out of the floor.
Yeah, it does. Only if that's a bus piper run off from another river. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, it does smell like.
Yeah.
Smells like sewage water around here. Right, well, which way do you fancy? Down there?
Yeah.
Is it? Wonder if that's an old storm drain. Well, these are definitely river rocks, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like that path we went up on Hambledon Hill.
Yeah, you're around it, stone.
Yeah.
Is it water?
Well, we've just come across a bit of a sign here before we've set off. At first glance, it does sound like it's come from a bit of an angry farmer, doesn't it? But then when you look and there's people dumping mattresses and old shopping carts, you can understand where he's coming from, can't you?
Yeah.
Just a shame that a few idiots end up spoiling it for the rest of us.
Did you see that other sign about the dog poo wane?
Yeah, I did. I didn't know that myself.
No, I didn't know that. Cows eating dog poo would make a miscarriage of the calf.
Think so. You can see why that farmer wants you to stick down here, can't you?
Yeah.
But no, I've never heard that before.
No,
That's worth knowing, isn't it?
it is.
Look at that. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
I bet a few people's wandered in there, ain't dark.
Yeah, it smells a bit stagnant, that bit.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It smells awful. I wonder what all that white stuff is.
Oh, I've got a clue.
Oh, that
Smells
absolutely
like
stinks.
rotten eggs.
Yeah. Sulphur.
Oh, God.
A strong smell of sulphur from that. Happen some animals have wandered in it and they've decomposed.
I don't know.
Whoa. Yeah. We'll keep walking down here away from that.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think leaving that in for so long will be too healthy for us. Can't believe there's actual sand in Altham.
I know it's crazy, isn't it?
Look at that.
Wait, it's in my river glass, just found.
What is river glass? I'm not too sure at all.
You know get the broken bottles and water's running over it.
Ah, after time it polishes it
You
smooth,
know,
like.
like pebbles.
Yeah.
It does that.
Well, I've never seen it before. I've never heard of it. So it takes up sharp edges off and makes them smooth.
Yeah.
Well, that must have been there a long time for that to happen, eh?
Yeah, it will have been. A good few years at least, I think.
Can't believe this is like an hour's walk from house and we've never been here before.
No,
It has done us a favour, hasn't it, car blacking damp?
it has.
If we still had car, we'd still be going over Pendle and
And
Wales and
Barley,
Scotland,
yeah.
Barley, places like that. Just goes to show you don't really know what's on your own doorstep till you start having a wander about. Oh, Dawn's got to sell a little stuck.
I need your help.
Sorry, take it. I have a bad habit of just wandering off and talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like? I'm like a toddler. I see something new, I just want to explore it.
Yep.
I still can't. I'm flabbergasted by that. I still can't believe there's actual sand in Altham. I can't get over it. Wait for this river neither.
Oh, it's a massive one.
I wonder how deep it is. Wonder if you could go down it in a bit of a dinghy or something one day.
Yeah, you probably could.
That'd be a great day, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think we might try and pick ourselves up one of them and maybe for a future video have a day down river.
Yeah.
I wonder if that were there in the 1100s when they built that.
Yeah, I think it will have been.
It'd have been a water source back then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The smell coming off that back there. I won't fancy drinking
Yeah,
out of
I
it
won't
now.
drink from it now.
It don't help. People walking down it and dumping shopping carts and mattresses and stuff though. That beggars logic, does that?
It does.
It does when there's a landfill site, a 1.5 mile up road. I'll show you how different that looks from this angle. Beautiful.
It is, it's weird, isn't it? Different perspectives give different looks of things.
Yeah. You think there'd be a bit of a place along here you could happen rent a bit of a rowboat or something, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'd love to have a go down there. You know, a bit of a tent, a couple of days down the river. Only thing is, it's getting back, eh?
Yeah,
Once current takes you, it could sweep you off anywhere, couldn't it?
don't worry about you, you're just going to disappear off one direction, aren't you?
You know what I'm like? Well, that's an handy thing, Luke. You know what I'm going to say now, don't you?
Coffee time.
Definitely. What a place for a bench. Cracking place. Well, I say it was coffee time, but with it being a hot day today, it's energy drink and a butty time. She's packed a Kit Kat and a cream egg, so I can't grumble. Just give you a shot of that, look, it's absolutely stunning. But I am thinking we might have a bash down here in a bit of a rowboat one day. Well, I'll just give you a shot of that before we set off. We've just had a a bit of an energy drink and a butty, a Kit Kat and a cream egg, so we're going to head down there. But I've just been looking round here, just have a look at old sheep and sides of these fields, and it got me to thinking about other sheep, well, old carcasses we came across over Hambledon Hill. I mean, these fields are a lot bigger, and there's a lot more livestock in these than there were in others, and we haven't come across one bone, one carcass, no, just a bit of wool and fur and that, you know, stuck on barbed wire. So I do really think there's something strange happening up there. Just wondering what everybody else's views on it are, because we have been walking around quite a lot since Christmas. We have been, you know, quite rural, and we haven't come across anything like that. So I don't know if we should go knock on farmer's door, or is there anywhere you can report it to authorities or something like that, but there's definitely something strange up there. Well, in my opinion there is, but I could just be seeing stuff we're doing, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm desperate to see a big cat out like that, but I do know they exist. And it makes sense, you know, for one to be running around up there. The water sources, livestock. I mean, the only difference down here I can see is molehills. There's next to no more molehills at all if you look about. That's the only difference, and I'm sure that's one of the foods they're using to sustain themselves, because it's an easy kill. Rabbits and moles, you know what I mean? I mean, they are going to take on a sheep or a deer. Well, with goat carcasses we found and all, happen a goat. But if they can sustain themselves on 1 or 2 moles a day or a few rabbits, they're going to go for them rather than sheep at day, aren't they? But if they come across one that's happened a bit lame or a bit sick, or one that's out, or even one on its own, they're going to take it, aren't they? You know, they're predators. Just wondering if anybody else thinks the same. And we'll carry on heading down there for you. Before we go, there's something else Dawn just pointed out as well. I mean, if you look up way around here, it's all open. You know, there ain't much woodland or little nooks and crannies or cliffs are out like that. But up there, it's absolutely full of them. So I think that might have something to do with it as well. But with the size of these fields, and we don't have stock in them, you think there'd be more bones in these than you would with others, wouldn't you? Right, and we'll head down here for you. Just look at those sheep over there, look. No way. I can't see someone coming down here to dump all that, can you?
Actually, it says the Great British Spring Clean. That's brilliant.
Oh, bargain.
Look at all rubbish they found though, that has been
So that's
done.
a group of people who's come down and tied it river up, that?
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that is good. Fair play to whoever's done that if you're watching. That is good to see. It shows they're trying to look after it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you need to hold on to me along here?
Yeah.
I got you.
This is an old bridge, isn't it?
I don't think so, because
Well,
it's concrete, Luke. 40, 50 year. Right, I got you. Just watch your foot in there. That's it. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I can't believe we've never ever walked down here before.
oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is. And you know, all that fur there, we're finding more fur than that up at Hambledon, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like I said, the only fur we're finding down here is what's attached to the barbed wire. There's absolutely no carcasses, no signs of anything in fields out. With the amount of time we've spent up there the last couple of weeks, I was beginning to think it was like a regular occurrence, you know what I mean?
Yeah, usually you see clumps of fur like this on the floor, and then it's...
Yeah. You follow the fur trail and then it usually leads you to a carcass, doesn't it? Like over Pendle Barley, it was the same type of thing, but with ears. But up Hambledon Hill, a little bit of fur led us to 13, 14 carcasses.
I wonder if they use that tree to scratch on the sheep or something, because there's loads of it.
I think they're just walking underneath it, you know, with bark being rough, it's just dragging bits off them.
Yeah.
Oh, we've only got a couple hours sun left. Let's get you a shot of that, look. Superb. As we're walking, we've just seen this little bit of a wooded area on the right hand side of us, so you know what I'm like. I couldn't walk past without giving you a little look in it. I think we'll have a little wander around in here for you. Well, I'm glad there's a bit of a bridge here, look.
Yep, that'd be some odd bed you're trying to get over it without this bridge, wouldn't it?
It would. It'd be like up top of Hambledon Hill. I'll just switch camera around that way. There's a couple of dog walkers in front of us. I don't want to catch them on camera. But we are trying to find his way into the appears. Oh, are you alright?
Yeah.
You follow there?
Nearly. Oh, you nearly got it on camera.
It looks like there's a bit of a gate up there, Luke, so we'll head into it woods. I'll just let them dog walkers get a bit in front of us. There's a young girl on her own, so I don't want to think I'm walking behind filming it. Right, we'll head this way for you. Just watch yourself there, sweetheart, it's very boggy. Got you. Yeah, see, you see what I mean about them going around Lancashire putting these new turnstiles in?
Yeah, they've been doing it a lot lately.
Well, we've just come across that, but before I give you a little look down there, Dawn's just spotted this up in China. probably the biggest birdhouse I've ever seen.
That's a mansion birdhouse.
It is, it's more of a bird mansion than a birdhouse, isn't it? Look at the size of it.
That's what it was.
I wonder what type of bird that's for. Maybe an owl, something like that.
Maybe. It's got its own balcony and everything.
It's the fair size, is that?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone has any idea what a birdhouse that bigger before, if you could let us know, that'd be pretty interesting. And somehow I'm going to see if I can talk Dawn into coming down this tunnel with me.
Not a chance.
Right, I'll figure a way down there for you. Are you sure you don't want to come down this tunnel with me before I go down?
Absolutely positive, thanks anyway.
Yeah, Dawn's worst nightmare trying to get down something like this. But I'm too inquisitive for my own good, me. I see a hole and I just have to get down it. I've just been talking to a couple of dog walkers and they said there's a bit of an old abandoned railway track up here. And I do think, well, I have seen a documentary where big cats seem to use them as places to get food. Like, because they're out in the middle of nowhere. They're pretty flattish in a straight line, so I'm not quite sure what that used to be. But it does look pretty old, doesn't it? I don't know if you can hear birds on camera, but absolutely superb sounds. There we go, look, that's where we are. Goose Leach Wood and footpaths. Well, I've just come across that pin-tit tree. I'll give you a little look at that. Sounds like council's trying to link 3 fields together as part of a cycle path, but the owners of it are contesting it, so they're asking people to write to MP. But you can understand it from both points of views, can you? Oh, there she is, look. I'll try and find a way down there. There she is. There's a bit of a path goes that way. We've just come from that way, so do you fancy going that way?
Yeah. That's a tunnel I will go through.
You'll be alright with that one?
Yeah.
I wonder if this is what that dog walker on about. Out abandoned railway track. I wonder if it was this one.
It looks like it, not maybe where you were stood above.
Yeah, I'm going to say I don't think this were an actual tunnel. It's way too thin and there's no soot on top of the roof out.
Oh.
There's a bit of a path up here now. You know, look, what's this? This is private land. The landowner gives permission for this land to be used for recreational purposes on a temporary basis which do not harm the land. this permission may be withdrawn at any time. At least they're letting people through it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is looking more like it used to be an old railway track, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know how straight that is? Yeah, definitely. Look. Right, we'll go down here. As we're just walking along, we've just noticed this here to the side. Look how smart that is. Someone's made a bit of a makeshift place to sit down, like a bit of a campfire in the middle. Bit of an old tyre swing. And there's a few trash bins down to the side, look. Oh, looks like someone's keeping it clean. Well, how good's that?
That's pretty cool, that, isn't it?
Superb. There she is. Beautiful. Let's get a shot of that big tree over there, look.
Looks like it's split down middle before it's come down.
Looks like it's been struck with lightning or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a fair sized tree, is that?
Isn't it just?
There's a bit of a seating area there too, Don.
That's cool.
Can you guess what I'm going to say?
Well, I could only say coffee time, but energy drink time.
Spot on. Yeah, while she's sorting drinks out, let's give you a little shot of this I've seen over here, look. I mean, how long must these stones have been here to get indentations in it like that? You can see where it's been bored out. You know, tapping out a bit of a fence post. And that symbol there, I've come across that all over. I've come across it right high up hills, I've come across it on churches. But this is the first time I've come across it on a dry stone wall. So if anybody does have any idea what that symbol means, I'd be greatly appreciated if you'd let me know. Because I did take a picture and put it into Google image, and it came up with about 20 different things. It weren't right easy to understand. It come up with everything from Knights Templar to water level above, well, something to do with sea level. I couldn't really make head and tail of it. So if anyone has any idea what that is, it'd be very much appreciated if you could let me know. Thank you. Well, as I was just showing Dawn that, she just noticed this one to the side here, look. And we Google imaged that, and it come back, it said it were a Chinese symbol for beauty. So, I'm not too sure what that's doing there. But we tried to Google image this, and it's come back with everything from a safe haven for Knights Templars up to something to do with Ordnance Survey maps to something about sea level. But I've seen these at all different elevations and all different heights, and we ain't high up here. I mean, if you look around that, we are in a bit of a valley. We ain't high. But all ones I've come across of them, apart from odd one I've seen on the church, have all been pretty high up. I think that's probably the lowest one I've seen. Oh, and it says something about ancient structures. It could be ancient structures, but that stone does look pretty old. But you wouldn't say the rest of the wall were ancient, would you? So, I'm not too sure. It just goes to show, you know, if you keep your eyes out when you're walking about, you don't know what you're going to come across.
That could mean the view's beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
Looks straightforward, it's beautiful.
Well, it is beautiful, isn't it?
Like the view up Pendle Hill with that.
Yeah, that writing on that bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Right, we'll keep heading down there for you. Well, I hope you're all enjoying what you've seen so far. I know it's not like as usual type of video, but it has been a good walk for us. And we're mainly sticking to paths, well, you know what I mean. We have come across quite a few people and they've all been friendly. We've had a few nice chats with folk. Oh, I don't know if that's with warmer weather. It does seem to get more people out and about, which we're good to see. But even when cars fixed now, we are going to keep taking advantage of what's around us. We just bumped into a dog walker on this track here that we bumped into in Sabden Woods, weren't it? We bumped into him. Yeah. Which were good to see. Like he must get out and about, he must cover some miles with them dogs. Yeah, this is definitely an old railway line, you can tell, can't you?
Yeah.
You know, it tracks with things at sides.
Yeah, definitely.
I bet there's such under this bridge up on top and all. Yeah, look, can you see up Blackman at top?
Yeah, I can.
Didn't have a clue this were here.
Surprising what's right on doorstep, isn't it?
I've just been saying that, yeah, it is. I was just saying, even when cars fixed, we're still going to take advantage of what's around us, because it is pretty enjoyable, isn't it?
It is.
Like usually we get in the car and go and drive somewhere and then have a wander around, get back to the car and drive home. When it's just as rural, right on his doorstep.
Yeah.
Well, we've just come across them. Well, I'm not too sure what they are. I don't know if it's something to do with train tracks, but it looks like it's in the middle of train tracks to me. It looks like a concrete beehive or something. Yeah. Ain't too sure what they are. Look at that.
They've made it into a bird feeder. It's not actually
is it?
trash. Yeah.
Oh, fair play to them then. It is one of my pet hates, is that? I'm sure you've all noticed. Well, regular watchers will of them. I just can't understand why some people walk out into the wilderness with, we found fridges, chest freezers, engine parts. So we once found full suspension for a Land Rover. Right. Just out in the middle of nowhere, middle of the woods. It must have took 4 strong fellas to get it there. There's a couple more of them things there, look. Yeah. I've never seen one of them before, I'm not too sure what they are.
No, we're just looking at them, they look like little concrete foundations outside the track maybe.
Yeah.
More seating areas, there's loads, isn't there?
There's a lot of places to sit down on here.
Which I'm glad of today because I've had to sit on enough every one.
Yeah. How are your legs feeling?
You're getting very sore and achy, but slow and steady and resting. We'll get there.
Yeah, you're a star, sweetheart. We have come across quite a few of these. I'm not sure if that were Old Austin Court Road for a buck train track. I'm not sure how old this is. But it looks like it continued that way, so at some point there must have been an old road there which led into there. I can't see any other reason for it being here. Yeah, look, there's another one there. Look, someone's turned it into a bit of a bird feeder.
Yeah.
That's a cracking idea, that.
There must be residents doing it. Another seating area.
Yeah, look, there's some more of that old structure. And another bit of a bridge here.
Yeah.
Well, you'll probably know where we're going to do it. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Oh dear. It's not often I need a slip. Pictures yet to a bit of a waterfall down there, though. Yeah, beautiful. Well, it just goes to show, doesn't it? I'm glad I went down there, because I'd have never seen that from that side. Wouldn't have even known it was there. I'd have walked straight past that. A nice little spot. Look how that's going. Look, that's a weird one.
It is, isn't it? I like it. And you see weird trees like that, they grow up from there.
I've not seen that before with bottles like that. That's a cracking idea, that. You know, my bearings are right. This should fetch us out to Simonstone, shouldn't it?
Yeah. I think so.
Well, we've just come across this loop. I'll give you a quick look at that. That's the woods we were back there, but turns out to be right with dog walker loop. There was an old railway track up here. Right. Well, as we've just come down there, Dawn's just noticed at one point that would have been an old railway bridge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
you know, but for some reason they've took top off. We'll keep going down here for you. I'll just give you a shot of them as we're going past. Look, with sun being out today, a few have opened up, so spring is definitely here.
Yeah, I do like it when we come across flowers and spring signs.
Yeah. Oh, just give you another quick shot of that while we're going across it. There she is, look, beautiful. Just found a bit of a stone on bridge. It said it were reconstructed in 1927. I'm not too sure why they reconstructed it. Happen it were damaged in disrepair or something, but that's all it said. And with construction at wall, it looks like it's the same all the way down to that church. So I don't know if that was consecrated land, you know, to do with church, and they built wall at the later date to done it up. How old that church is, to me I think that maybe all that were church ground as well. Well, who knows? If anybody does know, it'd be great if you could let me know. We'll keep going this way for you. Well, I weren't sure what type of bird that were, but it weren't half making a nice sound. From the noise it were making, you'd have figured it being a big bird. Get you a shot of that sunset, look.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
The colours are, they're amazing.
Yeah, looks different every day.
I'll tell you what, you'd be hard push recreating them colours.
Yeah, definitely.
They're absolutely stunning on camera. Look, that's picking it up like I can see it. Well, we decided we're going to head back along canal, so we were going to end the video just then, but since we've still got a bit of light left, we figured we might as well take advantage of it. We have come along this bit of canal a couple of times on his previous videos, but we've not walked along this way before. We've usually come the other way. It is nice walking into a sunset like that. I tell you what though, they're a lot bigger than I first thought, you know. You don't really see them close up, do you?
No, but they are cool.
They're a strange thing. You always see them in twos, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's another two down there.
These boys I know, they breed for life.
Are they?
Yeah.
Like swans?
Yeah.
Never knew that.
limit all wildlife around.
Look, they're all in tows.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cameron will better pick that up.
What is that?
I'm not too sure. Looks like a white goose. I don't think it's a swan, but it could be.
It does look a bit little to be a swan.
Yeah. I nearly said the geese come in white then, but yeah, of course they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a white goose. I still think they're a strange animal then, you know. Yeah, I'm not keen on geese. I've always wondered what one tastes like. I've still never had one.
Geese are meant to taste greasy.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. It's always put me off them a bit. Well, I don't know how can we pick them up, but if anyone is interested or fancies a little look round them, if you look on one of his previous videos for Canal Walk, we did have a little look around inside them, so you can have yourselves a proper look. We did see some deer down there, down on tree line. We did pick them up on video as well. Well, this will be the first walk we've been on for about a week and a half where we haven't come across any bones, skulls or carcasses so far.
Yeah, so far, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, I say so far because you never know what we're going to find.
Oh.
That's an outstone that there, innit? I bet that's been there a while.
Well, definitely.
I bet that's been there since us were pulling barge along here. Look at them, look, let's give you a shot of them. Superb. I like that one at back, mate. Don't know how well camera's picking it up.
The lifeboat ones.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. I'm not sure, but I think that lifeboat one's from big cruise ships.
Yeah.
But what a cracking place to live in one of them.
It would be, but
Yeah, look, 90-person lifeboat.
it would be nice to stay in, but I'd like to see outside.
You'd be all push getting 90 people in there, wouldn't you? But I suppose if you were floating about it middle at sea, you'd be grateful for out. You get under the 90 people in it if you had to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
What a great place to live. What a great style of living. Tell you, even though we've seen that a few times, it still freaks me out a bit.
Has there been any new shoes added to it or anything that you can tell?
I don't think them slippers were there last time.
Oh.
And they look like kids' shoes, them ones, so maybe.
I've never seen them in top before.
No, look, that's pretty high up, that one up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a strange thing, is that? But yeah, they are. They're kids' shoes. Could just see a puma bolting across field there, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Skulking along tree line.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. We'll go this way for you. I don't know if that's somehow tradition or something with trees hung up, but a couple of people did comment on one of his previous videos saying it was something to do with gangs, but I think that's an American thing myself.
Yeah, I thought shoes slung on something or a gang thing, but like American.
Yeah. I can't see there be many gangs round Uncoat Canal, can you?
No.
Must be careful here, don't it? It's very boggy. Quick feet through there. Look at that, absolutely stunning.
It is, isn't it?
Well, I had to give you a view of that.
It is an absolutely stunning sunset.
It is, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Almost as good looking as me in a bikini. Well, it's not quite torch time now, but it isn't far off. Well, hopefully we can make it across this field before light completely goes on us. I got you, sweetheart.
Them steps are harsh today.
It don't help your feet have swelled up as well, is it?
Oh.
You're doing good, sweetheart. Tell you, I'm glad there's an all-link fence there.
Yep.
That turnstile there is quite high, isn't it?
It is.
She's not. Go on, I got it. Right, well there you've had it. Thanks for coming with us on another one. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I hope it's cleared your head.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone who's commented, liked and subscribed to us so far. It's really good to read them comments, so thanks again.
Good night.